Another beautiful day in this wonderful creation. So today's topic is going to be about should we find other source players in this vast Matrix game? We're going to delve into that. So I came across another creator on YouTube promoting, like, she does healing and she brings in souls and helps them find other souls because they're quote unquote lonely in their game, their journey. And is that wise? Alright, so I'm going to start out by creating a scenario, and hopefully that kind of sheds some light on it. It's not to put down the video that I watched. It's, it's her business, literally her business, how she makes her money. It's just that when some people are misleading other souls, is it going to benefit you? And that's the thing. So, I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's just say over here we have the red pill. We have the stars of the show, the souls, on this side, waiting to play a script in a movie. On the left side, we have the blue team, the blue pill, the co-stars. So now picture a huge movie set. We'll call it Earth. We'll call it a big platform. We'll call it across the game board, whichever you want to call it. But we're going to mix them together in one movie set, if you will. So let's merge them now. We brought the stars with the co-stars, the red pill with the blue pill, and we merged them together. We mixed them all up on the movie set. Can you see the problem now already? Who is the lead star in this movie that's about to be created on the movie set? Now, keep in mind, it's ginormous, right? We'll call it the Matrix game. Now, who's the lead on this project, on this game? Everybody's going to be like, all right, who's who, what's what? The co-stars going to be like, we got too many co-stars, we got too many stars, lead stars of this game, the movie. See the problem already? So now let's analyze that. How long do you think it's going to take for the red team, the red pill, the co-stars to find each other? How long do you think it's going to take? Not long, right? So what's going to happen? The movie would be done before it even started, because the game would have been won, right? It's a movie set, but it's a game. The game would be won because we found each other, and we'd be all discussing it with each other. Hey, this is a game. Yeah, well, we won. It's over. Now that's a problem, right? There would be no Matrix game. So what would be the point of making one anyway? So if you look at that along those lines, ask yourself truly, should you find other source players? Second thing is each star of the show, of the Matrix game, has he or she has their own game to play. Correct? We can establish that's a fact, right? If you were to meet up with a whole bunch, or even putting out a call out, a shout out to find other soul players in this game, then you're not going to concentrate on your own game. You had a script coming in here, correct? And you're going to play that script, right? A movie script. That's what was given to you as a star of the game, of the show, of the movie. And you had to follow that script until you decided, rip it up, and you're going to do your own. You're going to write your own script daily in the nowadays. But you're not going to play your game. You're going to concentrate on all hooking up. Hey, let's go tie one on. Let's go whatever you're going to do as souls all get together. Now, she also stated that they couldn't function anymore, these souls, because they couldn't find their soul family, and they needed as star seeds, as light workers here, she claimed, that they couldn't function without finding their family. Okay, that's normal, that's great, right? You love your family, your soul family. You love your family here in the Matrix. So that's noble. But again, if you're that lonely, you're not connected to self. That's what that tells me. If you were connected with self, you wouldn't need to find anybody but self. And you would do nothing but play your game. Now, a spin-off of that analogy where they missed their soul family. Again, over here, we have the soul family that was all prepared to come into a movie set. We've already been together. We already know each other. We already know each other's frequencies, our energies. We're one. So now we're missing them because we're in the movie, at the movie set. We missed them already. You've been wiped out, first of all. You came into the game or the movie set all erased, not knowing who was who. You were given your script to do the movie, your game. So why would we be missing our soul family already when we just came into the game together? That's my question to you. So when you hear those kind of things, be mindful and be very careful, because you don't want to lose sight of your game. You do not. You want to finish the movie. You want to graduate. And, job well done at the end. But if you're, we already have enough distractions in this game as it is. We have a lot. That's what it was put in place for, to distract you, to veer you off the path. Your job is to find out who you are, which is a soul player, matrix source player, and live your life that way, on that path, if you so choose to. If nobody wants to, if they're enjoying their game as it is, not knowing, perfect. Whatever it is for yourself that you want. I've already mentioned the consequences, but the whole point is to enjoy your game, as well as find out who you are and what you're in. Alright? So, that was the concerns that I had when I immediately watched that. And the interesting thing is, they weren't a soul themselves, because there's ways of checking. And it was ironic because she wasn't even a soul. So she's bringing in souls, doing some energy work, and then she was talking about doing these ceremonies with a smoke ceremony, inviting spirit. Well, here's another problem, red flag. When an entity is doing ceremonies with smokes and this and that, you don't know what they're inviting in. I see a lot of videos, they're doing this thing with their hand in the person jumping up and down, and you don't know what they're inviting. You're asking for a whole lot of trouble. If that's what you're into, go for it. I'm only giving you a cautionary that you got to be careful in this game, especially now, because they're going to come harder and harder and harder at you to make sure this is what you really want, to live on the path, the right path, the middle, the gray zone. Not left, not right. You want to merge your female male energies and become whole and complete, which is called inner alchemy. You want to complete that. But you've got to be very, very careful. Now, what I'm doing with these videos, because somebody could say, well, you're trying to reach out to the souls. Yes, I am. I'm reaching out to, I'm putting out information for the souls that maybe need that little edge just to get them started. I'm not particularly looking for them to hang around with them and to find out who they are. No, I'm not. I'm putting out information to help them in case at this point in time they haven't received, they should have by now, gotten the information that what you're in the matrix. So it's not the same. I'm not inviting souls. I'm putting out information outside myself, which you should never do, but in this case it's helping souls in videos, so it's a little bit different analogy. So be very careful, be very mindful. We will be all home at one point, and we can reunite then, you know. But we're not going to have any animosity. We're not going to have any, oh, I failed. We're not going to have, oh, I won. Nothing like that, because we're whole and complete. We're not even whole. We're just perfection. We're in bliss. We're energy. We're frequency. So all of this emotion stuff doesn't come with us back home. So it's imperative to, you know, think things through. Very important. And then she was bringing in the fact about karma, that you had to reinstate yourself back into the matrix because of karma. Well, I too believed in that karma thing because I thought, well, it only made sense, because at the time I was looking for the truth. So it only made sense that we would be reincarnating because of karma. So if we ate meat, we had to reincarnate. If we did, you know, we did harm to somebody else, we had to reincarnate. I believed that too at one point. That was early on in my journey. It's not the case. If you believe in karma, then karma you shall have. Alright? Just know that. Karma is another program, because that's a part of the religious thing. The sin is part of the religious thing. The karma is part of the religious thing, right? When you moved on and you went to the light, which is, again, a trap. Because then they had all your family members there saying, we want you to come with us, but we know that you haven't learned your lesson yet. So please go back and do your game again. You know, do it right so you can all be with us in heaven. Really? Again, I'm being mindful that I was a believer as well. So, you know, we all fell for something here in the Matrix as source players. Just like the low frequency things. We thought that was a normal part of life. You grew up doing the exact same things you were taught, again, of no fault to any parents, because they were programmed as well. So, and, you know, you got to remove that belief system. There is no karma, unless you say there is. Get that programming out. Get that sin programming out. Get that belief system out of you, and you'll see the difference. Just do it with intent that you do not need to believe anything that's put out in front of you, including this. If you feel like I'm got something to gain by it, and I'm up to something, then that's fine. I get it. You have to be skeptical in this game and very cautious on who and what you listen to. That's why when I came across that video, I thought there's a perfect video that should be said and done. Because, and again, it seemed like a lovely person, you know, and a lot of followers, but not even a soul yourself, and you're promoting souls to come in and trying to reunite the souls, which I mentioned why that's not a good idea. You're not gonna follow your script. You're gonna win the game, not necessarily win the game. It's gonna not pan out, not play out the way it's supposed to. The movie will be a failure because all the souls got together and thought, "Ooh, hey, forget it." Right? So you gotta be really cautious about that kind of stuff. It's imperative. Because a lot of people putting out stuff, I don't know. You do what you want to do. You decide how you want to play your game. You know, me, I want to do my job, punch out, and go home when the time comes. So, up to you, but that's how I see it. It just doesn't make any sense to do it that way. You know, putting things in like ceremonies and all these, what do you call it, ayahuasca and all this stuff and smoking weed. I'm telling you, that's cheating. You're cheating to get the results you want quicker, and that's going to cost you. Again, because it was all put out there like, yes, you need to do this in your spiritual world. That's why I keep saying be careful with the word spiritual, because, or the word spirits, you know, because which ones? Which one are you inviting? You know? You got to be very careful. But I know that taking, you know, that kind of stuff, the LSDs, the weed, the ayahuasca and whatever else they got out there, those were all traps. And it doesn't make sense anyway, because it's a false reality. If you're trying to, you know, get to the highest consciousness, but they got you trapped, well, it's a fake reality because they led you, you know. And then I heard the other day, I had to laugh, that Jesus smoked weed too. Well, what do you think then happened? He forfeit, if there was such a thing, forfeited his game anyway because he smoked weed. Then you're not supposed to. You cannot have artificial anything entering your avatar, your soul, your subconscious. You can't have anything that's gonna cheat. There is no cheating. You have to do the old-fashioned way, and that is hard work. And it's hard work because, you know, every time you set up one way and you're nowadays, you know, something comes along and knocks you down a bit. You know, it's like you get hit with something. And you got to deal with it right then and there. Don't let it prolong. Because it just builds up into a huge snowball, and then you can't stop it anymore. Once it goes down the hill, you can't stop it. Stop it before it gets into a big snowball, if you will, if you don't mind my analogy. Stop it before it gets too far. Nip it in the bud right away. Just fix it. Fix it, get rid of it, do whatever needs to be done. I mean, we need to relax, you know, because the souls will reunite back again when we get back home. You should not be lonely here at all, ever. That means you're not doing what you're supposed to do, which is find yourself. You need to find yourself here. Without a connection, it's like going through your game with a blindfold on. Listen, watch everything in the sense of what you're doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. It's imperative. It's essential. It's necessary. Because there's a lot of entities out there just waiting to get their teeth into you and mislead you. You know, I lost another subscriber. Not that I have a lot anyway, but that's okay. You know, it's not for everybody, but a lot of people can't handle the truth, don't want to know the truth. I don't know. It's just me, but that's okay, because I laughed about it. I said, oh, I'm at 11. Frequency 11 there. So, but again, I think I'm being shadow banned because I was watching many videos and they don't want the truth out. So they're going to shadow ban these videos no matter what. But again, coming from my soul, I have documentation that I put it out there. Source sees it. Source players that want to see it, see it. It's there. For whenever and whoever wants to see it. That's fine. But they're getting very sticky on here because they don't want your truth going out. Especially truth. Well, that's truth. So I hope that helps. The analogy I use. It just doesn't make sense to go looking for your soulmate or source players. It makes no sense. Because the source, the soulmate, was designed so that she would go out and try to win the game, and he would go out and win the game. And then when you won the game, the other one won. If the other one won, you won. It's all you. And if you had 1,000 avatars playing in different timelines, right? One, well, you all win because it's all you. All with fractal selves in them. It's all part of you. It was just a way of getting out there and really win the game because this was the toughest one. It's tough, man. It's easily to get stuck in the mud here. It's easy. You know, I get things thrown at me too, and then I have to decipher, well, is a word saying anything about it? Is it just let it go? I'm still learning here too. I'm a student still. We're all students here, experiencing this vast, wonderful game. Marvel at its beauty, as you know, we should be. But so I think I will let that be there. Let it go at that. And think about what I said. Or don't. Up to you. I'm just offering truth. And alright, we'll see you soon. Alright, take care. Be the greatest version of yourself in the now.